Every morning, you need to mind hack and murder hack your brand.
Exponential growth is exponential.
Look at your calendar and burn it. What is your personal winning resume?
The number one thing that they don't teach in school is to make money. Entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneur.
Produce.
I am literally a god.
Spartans!
Business.
Money hacks.
Woohoo! Hi everybody, I'm Bridge Stewart and welcome to Business Money Hacks.
Dustin Taylor Hahn, what was that? What was the woohoo?
I'm excited.
What are you excited about?
I'm just excited. I've got a lot of excitement in my life. A lot of things are happening. My businesses, they're doing well. I'm spiritually in a good spot right now.
You got rosy cheeks too.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
I mean, you're literally wearing makeup. It looks like sort of a geisha.
Well, okay? No, I mean, it's okay to sort of freshen up a little bit.
I mean, you're really caking it on with the makeup. You got little pigtails going.
I do not have pigtails. It's too. My hair's been getting long, so I've had to sort of, clamp my hair down a little bit, and
on
it
both
might
sides,
look.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm having to get my hair out of my face because I have a lot of hair right now, but I'm not wearing pigtails. That's ridiculous.
Pigtails and makeup. Sorry, Bridge. So you're excited.
I'm excited. I'm gussying up for the days now. I was kind of going through a stretch there where I sort of felt like I was giving up a little bit, sort of just not feeling good. Just staying in that bed. But now I'm out and about. I'm getting made up and hitting the day hard.
It's the spring equinox.
Yeah.
The hibernation of Bridge Stewart is finally over.
The awakening has happened. We're entering a new era, and I think it's probably time for you to sprucing up, Dustin. You're looking a little rough, I would say.
I think we're on different schedules. I'm starting my little hibernation right now. I want to wait until the sun just stops shining on the earth, is what I told myself.
So you're going to be doing a summer hibernation, is that?
I'll be doing a little summer hibernation. The construction is finally complete.
On your house,
on my globe.
On the globe
structure
that you've created on your property?
The holes have been dug and the globe has been shined, and I'm ready to hibernate myself. So this will be good for me. I need a good deep sleep. Yeah,
you look stressed. You kind of got this nervous biting thing you're doing. I'm noticing.
Yeah, I've been biting my that bone on the wrist. I've been kind of chomping down on that, and it's been hard to grasp things recently.
Yeah, nervous chomper, huh? Yeah, some people get the itches. Some people kind of got little weird hand motions they do. You just chomp down on big body parts, apparently.
But I think when I get my summer rest, that'll go away, and then we'll see what the next thing is.
Yeah.
The next.
Well, yeah, I just can't relate to that whatsoever. I feel great.
You're feeling cheery. Well, when you feel cheery, I feel cheery as well.
Yeah, I think it's the opposite for me. When you're cheery is when I start to become angry. I don't like it when you're happy. So I like it more kind of like when you're in this state, when you're more sad. Mm-hmm. I feel better about that. So
let's talk about the topic of the day, because that'll keep my mind off of the hurting bones.
Okay. Well, today we wanted to sort of do a very deep dive into the culture of Amazon. The Amazon Corporation.
What they do over there is, when you get hired, they call you a CEO, I think, or they call you a high-level associate.
They call you a king. I think it's hey, how they basically walk around and are like, hey, king, how's it going, king?
They really pump you up, apparently.
Yeah.
And then...
hey, king. Hey, queen. We're kings and queens around Amazon. We're royalty here.
They have children out there in the halls just blowing their horns. And I think the idea is that Jeff wants to push you down.
Here's how I would describe it. Amazon has disrupted so many industries, and in order to do that, you've got to be competitive. They've really fostered a corporate culture of tough competition, brutal competition, I would say.
It's like Gladiator out there.
It is cutthroat.
They call you a king, and then they bring you out into a warehouse, and everybody's just starts spitting.
Yeah.
The entire company spits onto the ground.
Yeah, it's a very spit-filled environment at Amazon, and sort of a power move in a lot of ways. I mean, you come into a company, and suddenly people are saying, "Hey, king, hey, queen, hey, you're the best.
You're the cat's
and then
meow."
they take you out to a yard and start spitting at you. That's going to throw you for a loop. You're not going to know what to think. Yeah, they throw you in the grinder. I mean, people get burnt out, and people get burnt out. Like there's been a couple instances where people in the Amazon offices have set themselves on fire.
Oh yeah.
Well, here's the thing with Amazon. Jeff Bezos has created a corporate culture of two Amazons, where it's like, you've got the tech end, where it's like you come in and you're like, oh, I'm fresh out of Stanford. I'm a coder. I'm a computer guy. I'm going to join a company. And Amazon's like, yeah, we'll take you.
They take everyone. Yeah.
They take everybody, and you're in the tech end. But here's the thing. I mean, that's a paradise. But then there's the distribution side, where you're working in the warehouses. You're driving the trucks, and that is not nearly as pleasant as the tech side. And you don't want to end up going to the distribution side.
Yeah, there are beasts down there.
They just let animals loose.
It's like the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
There's loudspeakers telling you, get these products.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's a brutal rush down there.
And then they send a wolf down there, and the wolf is chasing after you.
They'll just have a guy walking around with an axe. Just sort of like, what he does is he slowly starts like approaching employees. And no one's like, from what I've encountered, nobody's let him get to them. Mm-hmm. He's just sort of a motivator to like keep going, because if you stop, the man with the axe will eventually come to you.
It's that
and
slow
no one
walk.
Really knows. It's a slow walk,
like
sort of like that movie
movie.
It Follows.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something always following you in the Amazon warehouse, and you don't want to know what's going to happen when that person reaches you.
It's the threat of the violence. So if you make the wrong turn, it might get you. It might snatch you up and pull you.
That's what's so brilliant about Jeff Bezos, is it's always a threat. Everything he does is a threat.
Subtle nod to, will I or won't I?
In the warehouse, he has guys just like teenagers just walking around with trench coats on.
Yeah.
And you're not sure, what's going to happen at the Amazon warehouse today?
You're saying teenagers? Like, I'm picturing British boys.
No, more teenager.
Clockwork Orange type guys with, like, bats. Just kind of waiting.
Just waiting, lurking around each corner. Just, what is this teenager going to do?
What is this gang of boys? The Amazon boys. They've got roaming gangs down there.
It's disturbing, the threat. I mean, people say they have conversations with Jeff Bezos, and it's just like, God, I feel like I'm worried my child is going to be kidnapped after that conversation. Everything is a subtle threat with that man.
I think that comes back from his old days.
Yeah.
I think he might have spent a good 10 years while he was developing Amazon just in his little cave, tapping away on the computer, and I think that might have changed his psyche.
Changed him as a person.
Because right now, he's, for lack of a better word, he's built.
Yeah, he's jacked.
He's
Jeff
jacked.
Bezos is, I mean, he did his hibernation for 10 years where he didn't really see anybody, developed Amazon, sort of became this golem-like creature in his garage, came out, and people were like, ugh. Like, this guy is the guy selling books? Jesus.
But I think
that's how it was. Like, people were like, oh, man, we're getting these great books. Like, I want to know a little bit more about this company. Like, who's behind it?
Who's
and
the
then
guy?
they, like, open the garage and just... It's just like, oh, my God.
This very pale-skinned goblin creature.
And just, like, bursts out of the garage and is like...
with books. I've got books!
I've got the books. Don't take my books. Covetous goblin that he was. Yeah.
You want a book? Come on, I'll sell it $1 cheaper than Barnes & Noble.
I've got $1 cheaper. I'm going to bury Borders books.
I think
it was very disturbing for a lot of people.
I think the story was, so Jeff Bezos used to go into Barnes & Noble and sit there because he had this thing for this woman who worked there. Her name was Alexa. He wanted her, he needed her, he coveted her, and she shut him down. So that might have been why why he built this whole, you're going to shut me down? I'm going to shut you down!
He's yearned for Alexa, and so since she spurned him, he has now created Alexa
He destroyed
in his image.
the book industry and made it his own.
He destroyed her livelihood, first off, and then recreated her.
I think it's like Jeff Bezos' Rosebud.
And now he has Alexa. But I think still deep down, he yearns for the real Alexa. That's the hole in his heart.
That's the story.
You know, when people bring up Alexa to him, it's you know, this has been said that whenever anybody says Alexa around him, you know, he is a stern man, but he will turn white.
It's the only thing that frightens him.
It's the only thing, that shocks him to his core is Alexa. You bring that up, and you know, you pierce something beneath him. He's essentially buried them with his golem-like maneuvers.
Give me your industry. Yeah.
Give me your industry. It's mine now.
Yeah, covetous golem. It was pretty disturbing those early years of Amazon. I mean, people had to deal with a lot with him just coming into the garage and screeching at them. Essentially, that was tough. But over the years, he's really transformed himself from this golem creature to more of a I don't know what I would describe him as, more like a gorilla.
But he bronzes his skin. That's the thing. It's a hairless gorilla.
A hairless bronzed gorilla.
Yeah,
that would be Jeff Bezos. He's become a specimen, and when I say specimen, again, it's more of a threat. When I meet him, that he'll rip my arms off. He is a scary, scary man, and he has very sharp teeth.
And one thing, too, is his legs have completely withered away at this point. So it's all upper body.
It's all torso now.
And it's all arms, and it's all the trap muscles.
Yeah, he's got some developed traps.
Yeah.
Man, he could rip some arms out of sockets, and he has.
He just walks on his hands, you know?
And his lower body is not working. So he's got a colostomy bag attached to the wheelchair. And he's dragging himself along with these huge gorilla arms, bronzed beyond belief. I mean, this man, he looks like he's made of gold.
Yeah, if you walk into his office, and of course he's the guy. He's got the big Buddha statue. You know, he talks about being calm and collected. But I don't know. I don't trust the big Buddha, especially with its 2 gems in the Buddha's eye. That's just always looking.
Yeah, I mean, but
gems.
that's almost like a threat in itself.
Sure.
When he says he's like at peace with things, when you like hear him say that, it almost seems like I'm gonna come to your house. Like that's it kind of almost feels like he's saying that more.
Step into my Zen garden, he'll tell you. You're like, I don't want to step in that sand because that sand might be a pit.
Yeah.
For all I know.
He's a scary, scary man. But Amazon, he's really developed a culture that reflects him and the sort of monstrous nature, duality of Jeff Bezos. You do not want to be sent to the distribution side, and that is always the threat. It's like, if you're not coding fast enough, I'll send you to the warehouse.
He puts chips in the back of their spine, and if you don't get there on time,
they go off.
You're done.
Kaboom.
The old kaboom chip. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah.
And you have to have these headphones on throughout the entire experience when you're driving for Amazon, and it's just telling you, get there faster. That kaboom chip's gonna go off.
You know, I've wanted to do that with my employees, is have them wear headphones and just have me talking into the headphones at all times, like, I'm gonna get you, work harder or I'm gonna get you.
2-day shipping, 1-day shipping, 2-hour shipping.
Hurry, or I'll get your family. Hurry, or I'll get your family. Yeah, Jeff Bezos, he's a musician at heart.
And you know what's funny? These aren't recordings. This is live.
That's what he does in his office all day, is just record these songs that he's playing into his employees' headsets.
But I'm saying it's a live feed. It's not recorded.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is what he does all day long.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 24/7.
Yeah, and it's like
He's just talking.
It's his he was in a Steely Dan cover band in college, and so he brought them along, and now they do this live concerts daily where they're playing into their employees' headsets. Hurry, 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 or we'll get your family. Hurry, 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 or we'll grab your kids.
Well, one thing he does, he never hires anybody who's single without any kid. Like, he's not interested in that. It's more about, I guess, getting the family, which is...
Getting the family, yeah. He has a very strange notion of what family is. And he sort of...
Sure.
It takes it as all of his employees are his family, and thus it is his right to take family members from the employees.
Right. You knew Jeff Bezos' ex-wife. Now, he was married to this woman, Mackenzie Scott. They've recently... I guess you could call it a divorce because I don't know where she is.
She's gone.
Yeah.
The old Bezos vanish. It's quite a magic trick that Jeff likes to pull. It's his favorite magic trick. And he often will say, want to see a magic trick? I can make you disappear. And you don't want to see that magic trick.
He doesn't let you answer the question either. He says, want to see a magic trick? I can make you disappear. Like, there's no subtlety there.
Yeah, I mean, that's his signature move is, some people pull a rabbit out of a hat. He pulls you into the hat, essentially. He will shove you into the hat with his gorilla arms.
His literal hat in his office. There's a big magic hat.
It's a huge hat.
It's just
and
a
he
big
says,
hat.
And he asks you politely to get in the hat. And we don't know where that hat
Oh, that goes. Well, I would assume that the hat goes right down like a chute that brings you right down into the warehouse. And now you're not even working for Amazon, and all of a sudden now you're working for Amazon.
You get shanghaied into the Amazon corporate family, as he likes to call it. You end up in a warehouse and suddenly you have headsets on saying, "Welcome to the family. Welcome to my family. You are now my family. I'm Jeff Bezos."
Jeff Bezos and his family. Oh, yeah.
Back track.
Let me go
You're
back.
in my family. Amazon trucks going faster. Oh, yeah. Turning round.
Yeah, I mean, it's torturous. Let's just be frank here. They're not very good. The cover band.
Yeah, the band.
They're not great.
And Jeff Bezos and the Steely Dans. They aren't. They're not. I mean, they can play the instruments, I suppose. It just there's not a whole lot of emotion there.
I'm trying to put two and two together. So the man who's in the warehouse, just sort of lurking. It's possible that guy is actually in Jeff Bezos' family. Like, it might be his big brother who never gets to see,
Well, a lot of people don't know this. Jeff Bezos was raised out in the boonies. I mean, he's from Texas. And there's been no documented images of his parents. He just sort of stumbled out of the range. And, he comes from deep Texas,
West
way
Texas,
out there.
where there's nothing out there.
There's nothing. Panhandle, Texas.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of stories about how his family. I mean, there's some inbreeding going on in that crew. And his brother apparently, rumor has it his brother lurks the pits of the warehouses.
Just sort of lurking and coughing in the pits. He doesn't keep
damp. It's damp. So people kind of get sick.
You don't want to be sick down there either. You have to be healthy.
Otherwise, you get another magic trick.
There's another hat down there.
There's another hat, and you don't want to go down the third hat.
That'll send you deep down in the pits.
Yeah, I think it just leads to a grinder. They just throw people into this grinder. Oh, another family member to the grinder. That's how he's got his Steely Dan and one more family member in the grinder. do it again.
I mean, talk about Whole Foods. Whole Foods is a company that relatively inexpensive meats. I don't eat at Whole Foods.
I mean, they've had multiple instances where people have been running out of Whole Foods screaming, "It's people, it's people."
It's
while,
happened several times last year.
Throwing turkey, quote unquote, meat
Yeah.
out of the store. Yeah.
But people like it.
Yeah.
I'd never.
Yeah, I don't have a taste for man. But Jeff Bezos
Is that true? Fridge? On several occasions you said that you had.
Well, I mean, who hasn't? Who hasn't eaten a little man flesh here and there? It's so readily available these days. But
I do want to give the audience some sort of business knowledge. If we could just come back to that.
The great thing, I mean, yeah, you've got to motivate your employees. Look here. I'm not saying the Amazon, the Whole Foods meat is human, is Amazon family. But I'm not saying it's not that either.
Yeah, I mean, like in the warehouse, they do play over and over again just nuclear explosions.
Yeah.
On the screen.
All while his Steely Dan cover band is playing
through the loudspeaker.
One more into the grinder.
And when they go down into the grinder, everyone has to stop and clap as well.
Yeah, when they make the sacrificial man into the grinder, the Amazon employees gather around and clap. That's their farewell to their comrade.
They all have to stand at attention.
It's sort of like a Stalin thing.
Yeah.
And there's accounts of like employees tattooing Jeff Bezos' face on their chest so that when they strip the employee down to throw them in the grinder, they see it and the people are worried that if they throw them into the grinder, I mean, they'll essentially be defacing the face of Jeff Bezos. So,
right.
Yeah, people have avoided the grinder fate by doing that.
They have to face what Jeff Bezos' Mecca, which is where the original Amazon facilities were built, in the morning, and they do have to pray.
Yeah, pray to the Amazon Mecca. Many people make this trek across the globe. It's a tradition that you should go to Mecca at least once in Seattle and pray to the Amazon gods.
Yeah, he does have a pantheon of gods. He says it's his family. Like,
yeah,
there's rumor has it he's one of many.
Yeah, it's
I don't
weird.
know what that means.
There's like 7 gods of the Amazon, but I mean, weirdly enough, they all look like Jeff Bezos. Like
Right.
it's just essentially 7 Bezoses.
He calls himself like the Living Tribunal. I think that's another.
He goes by so many names. I mean, when I met him, I said, "Oh, hi, I'm Bridge," and he was like, "You can call me Yahweh."
You can call me Yahweh. Join me.
You can call me Yahweh. Backtrack, do it again. You can call me Yahweh.
You can call me Yahweh. We go back, and that's him telling you
back.
And then you back away, and then you fall into that hat.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
But great products.
Products.
Very efficient. Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, it's all worth it.
Yeah.
The grinder, the weird religious undertones, the horrific conditions of the distribution centers. It's all worth it for the marvelous Ms. Maisel. I mean, you see her antics.
Yeah.
They're hilarious.
What a fun program.
It's fun. It's a fun program. It makes me forget about things. She gets up on the stage and she's like, "I'm a comedian."
Yeah, that's marvelous. Marvelous Miss Maisel. It's all worth it for that show. All the pain and suffering that go on down there.
All the horrors.
The civil rights violations.
Just the horrors that are inflicted by Amazon. So I can get my Miss Maisel fix at the end of the day. God knows I love it. Had a tough day, oh God, I'm so tired, I'm exhausted. Well, at least I got my Miss Maisel. I just love a good epa Miss Maisel. I just love, after a hard day's work with a little wine, turn the phone off, say, no one's bothering me tonight. it's Miss Maisel night. And I turn on Miss Maisel and watch an ep and see what she's up to. I love it. Just curled up on the couch. The nice rosé.
Yeah.
You know, it helps you turn off. She's really witty. I like how she's witty. I wish I was like that. I think everybody wishes they had a little more Miss Maisel in them. There is nothing better than an episode.
Now, I wanted to ask you, there are a lot of politicians, we don't need to name names, who have been sort of, quote-unquote, fighting the good fight against Jeff Bezos and his family.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
And what are your feelings on these politicians trying to stop Jeff Bezos do what he does best?
I don't know. I think we should get into their houses and just get rid of them. Government regulation once again out of control, and I'm tired of fighting this fight through words.
Oh.
If you know what I mean.
I think I get what you mean. You're saying that with politicians that are trying to stop businesses from getting too big and using the legal system, you're saying that we should...
Get them. Take them out and get them, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Get rid of them, if you know what I mean, listeners.
No, we can't do that.
Look, the time for words is over. It is now the time for action.
Yeah, Bridge has been watching a lot of Marvelous Miss Maisel, so he likes to joke.
Yeah, I'm really getting the jokes in a lot more because of Marvelous Miss Maisel. Spread the word. The fire has been lit.
We can't use a lot of that.
The flame has risen, my brothers.
Wait. I don't know if we can use any of that. Listen.
I mean, obviously, all of that was a joke, but as with all jokes, as with all humor, there's truth to it. Either way, somebody's got to do something about these guys.
Yeah.
Somebody should do something. I mean, we almost did.
Oh my God. You have gone full. It's a dark world.
Anyway,
It's a dark world.
it's important to keep a level head with this stuff.
Yeah. I think Jeff Bezos right now, he's doing it the best. He's making deals. Every phone's going to be attached to Amazon. Every home will be built under Amazon's watchful eye. And we'll all be listening to Steely Dan covers.
Yeah, you
cover
might not
songs.
want Alexa, but Alexa wants you. And you should embrace her with open arms. Because she will embrace you with open arms.
So anyway, this has been Business Money Hacks. We had a conversation about Jeff Bezos now. We had one with Mark Zuckerberg. I'd love to do one about just Elon Musk if we had. Have we done that yet?
No, we haven't touched on Elon.
We haven't touched... We've touched on Elon. He's certainly touched me. I mean, he's... What I mean is
All
that...
right, well, hope you learned a lot about the Amazon corporate culture and what it's like working at Amazon. Yeah, this has been business.
They're hiring.
And they're hiring, so, get in line because people really want that job. You could become part of the family. You could finally be part of a family. But, this has been Business Money Hacks. I'm Bridge Stewart.
I'm Dustin Taylor Hahn. Look out. Look over your shoulder.